So, I know it's been a hot minute. I've been very busy with life and work and holiday shopping and life again, but and I figured, hey, let's get some charge blade action. See, I'm still at this. I figured, hey, let's get some charge blade action, and off camera I've been trying to brush up on my charge blade skills. So it's my second favorite weapon in the game, so I had to get my bearings together, and I want to bring to you the monster that I feel is the best monster to practice your charge blade abilities. But before we get into that, if you are a little unsure of how to approach with the charge blade, we're going to start with that first. So, as you know, do the proper thing. Like, share, subscribe, and let's get it. So, let's jump into the training area and just go with some basics. Alright, so, main thing with the charge blade is, number one, you want to keep your shield charged at all times. That's going to help you with the charge blade's main playstyle, which is counterattacking. That is really the charge blade's main style. It's a wait and see style, counteracting most monsters' abilities and whatnot. So, easiest way to get your shield charged is using this wirebug skill. Counter peak performance. Instantly gives you 5 vials, and those 5 vials will go into monster attacks. Counter peak performance, 5 vials, bam. Shield charge instantly, just like that. Now, I guess you may be unfamiliar with charging the shield, so what you may want to do is you can do it from sword mode. Just press X and A twice, go into charge, and press the back right bumper to charge the shield. And it's best to do that while attacking the monster, so you don't waste any attacks, so you don't waste any damage. Like, a lot of times when I was practicing with charge blade, I wouldn't do that. I would just charge my shield like somewhere else because I thought it'd be safe. But you mainly want to do everything around the monster, because when you have that shield charged, you can use it at certain points to automatically block certain attacks. So, another thing you want to do is keep your sword charged if you can. Now, the sword, it powers down much more sooner than the shield, but having it charged can provide you with a lot of good extra damage. So, do that quick. Same thing. Counter peak performance. Bam. Press X. Bam. Shield charge. And sword charge. Real easy. Counter peak performance can lead into a lot of good things. The only, well, not even an issue. It's just that counter peak performance is not like the ultimate guard. Like, it can only absorb one attack. Now, it doesn't matter what attack that may be, but as long as it only hits once, you're good. A lot of, well, some monsters have attacks that land, but they have follow-up attacks. So you'll have to, identify what attacks those are, so you don't get punished for trying to charge your vials with counter peak performance. So, but those are just two quick options to get everything charged and have your 5 files ready to go, so you can start going in on the monster. So guess we'll let me see if I can get the timing down on this. As you see, charge my shield. If I do it fast enough, I can avoid getting damaged by using the charge spin attack. That point after the end of the spin is a guard point. So if you can get that timing down when you're charging your shield, you won't take any damage. And furthermore, you can transition into a counterattack from that position. And my monster's stun the monster, so you have to wait till it becomes active again. Another way you can charge a shield is right bumper A, hold down X, charge, bam. And it's better to do that with the monster at a good point, a good weak point, because you can get some good damage. Right there, as you can see, some good damage. So basically everything you do, even from charging the shield, charging everything, you can get damage off it. So don't waste your damage. That's all I'm saying. So another thing is perfect guard. One thing you want to do is utilize perfect guard. That procs offensive guard if you have it in your build, and that can lead to a lot of counterattacks, and it prevents a lot of knockback. See, perfect guard, you can transition into amp discharge. Now it's gonna probably take some use to get the timing down. Perfect guard is basically the point in between you transitioning into X mode. So when you transition to X mode, bam. So that initial point, as soon as you stick the sword into the shield, that's the guard. That's the guard point. So you basically want to, as soon as you see that animation, that's the guard point. Like literally, as soon as you put the sword into the shield, that's your guard point. So you want to utilize that. So just have to get the timing down. As you can see, you got to get the timing down. But it's basically initial startup, bam, guard. And it actually, when the shield's charged, it actually causes damage to the monster. So it works great with impact vials. It works great with element vials too, because if you fight a lot anomaly monsters or something like that, some of those guard points can cause damage and burst the monster out of its anomaly state. But this guard point is very important because it'll prevent you from taking hard damage, and it works better than just a normal guard. But the key is you have to have your shield charged in order to take advantage of that. So just make sure try to keep your shield charged at all times, basically. So you can charge your shield another way. If you're in X mode, you can just press X and A, charge it, bam, and you got it charged. And on top of that, you got you're charging your vials too. Once you transition and do that, so you're charging shield and you're starting to cause damage to charge your vials up as well. So I have low shells on this build, so that's why at yellow I was able to get 5 vials. Red is usually the point where you can get 5. Yellow is 3. But if you put low shells in your build, you can get 5. So that's a thing there. But those are the main things you want to remember. You know, charging your shield, charging your sword when you can, and using the guard, perfect guard, to prevent knockback, and you know, get your little bits and damage in here and there when you can. So now we're just gonna take all this to practice, and we're gonna see the perfect monster to practice your charge blade skills on. Now, in my personal opinion, the perfect monster to practice your charge blade skills is this guy, Magma Almudron. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I know there's people who can't stand this monster because it has a ton of big attacks where it could just cause tons of damage to you, and you know, it causes headaches. But for the charge blade, this monster is really tailor made for it. So I probably should have just chose a regular one, but yeah, what better way to demonstrate it by, you know, fighting a max powered Almudron, right?
Let's do this.
Oh yeah, I should have shown my build. So in this build, it's my base build that I have for Charge Blade. Attack boost 7, defense 7, water attack 5, guard 5, critical boost 3, weakness exploit, razor sharp just to preserve damage, offensive guard for the perfect guard, artillery, get more damage out of our files, flinch free comes with the build, burst for when you discharge your vials, the damage will accumulate each time it hits. So handicraft to push it to purple, handicraft to push it to purple for more damage, load shells to get our file sooner, Crucialist blessing for more element damage, guard up so we can guard unblockables, wide range, that was augmentation, Chameleon's blessing to help with Spearbird's Call. It has a chance to double Spearbird effects. So, and one slot of element exploit, so we can get 10% damage more for our element attacks. So we're gonna go in, and since this is a level 200, I figure we go around and collect some Spearbirds so we won't die if we get hit accidentally. This is possibly the worst place to fight it, but it's okay. It's okay. So, monster roar. Amp discharge. Amp discharge. See, now we charge. Looking good. Hits us. Got a discharge. Bam. Bam. So, with the guard, and it's cheap, so it does stuff at times. As you can see, there's a lot of points from this monster that you can exploit. Didn't want to sit there, take that. All right. Alright, he's going for his ultimate. And as I said, it's the worst possible spot to fight it, because it's a platform and it's small, and it's better to fight it in a larger area so you can kind of pinpoint where everything is headed. That pretty much hit me from behind, because of course it did, because this is Monster Hunter, and when you try to do things don't work. So probably should push it somewhere else. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So what's next? Did you hit me?
Show no mercy! Get out of
Oh. I'm literally blocking it. It's just like, I don't care about your blocks. I don't care about mechanics. They just told me I don't care about mechanics, I don't care about blocking, I don't care about anything. You see, my shield isn't charged, so I gotta get back on that. And that happened because magma pools will form, and you know, just be near your vicinity. Yep. But as you can see, it's pretty, you can pretty much exploit it pretty well with the charge blade. That was offensive guard kicking in, which is great. It's probably gonna scream soon. Oh, and Janath. Yeah, I don't know how you stunned me, but you did it. You definitely did it. So we'll just take advantage of this ride before we die again, because I really didn't even notice Anjanath coming into the area. So we'll just take care of big boy. So he just cracked me in my mouth as I was trying to demonstrate something. I just want some attention. Alright, can't get another attack off because Anjanath is just, he Anjanaths. Alright, so while the monster's down, let's get another super amp discharge. And let's heal before we get killed. And that was meant to be a what do you call that? Me charging my files. That was supposed to be that. So as you can see, pretty much sit and just block it. And he's going to do something like that. And he'll probably do this. But we didn't have our shield charge, so, you know, couldn't exploit it. That's why it's important to have your shield charge so you can get these counterattacks off. And looks like he had enough for now. Looks like I'd have enough for now too. Because I've been getting beat up pretty good. But you know, it's just a demonstration. My charge blades abilities aren't nowhere up to snuff like my dual blading. So, and I gotta sharpen my weapon. That's why I have razor sharp. If you look at my sharpness, it's disgustingly poor. But, you know, simply because we've been getting some good damage on the monster. And try to, you know, cheap us out. You know, we wasn't having that. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. That's right. That's right, baby. Uh-huh. Let's get another one in, shall we? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. And you do that. Gonna hit us again. Now our shield's back. Yeah. Just exploitation, baby. As you can see, that was a lot of damage. As you can see, it hit us. We just do that, get our stuff back, you know. Oh, my kitty cat. Ugh. Landed something beautiful there. Figured we just take advantage of that. I hate that. Talk about a boner killer. Getting all this damage in. Just gonna take away the thrill. Oh, you missed, huh? Yeah, that's how it's done. Uh-huh. Yeah, we just sit here and block. You know, it's gonna make a whole bunch of noise. And it's gonna come with this. You just sit here. Just make sure you got your guard 5 up. Got a lot of cooldown there. So, you know, it's gonna be a little world tour. I think the 3rd hit makes contact. The 4th one. After all this, he's gonna do that. You can take advantage of it with it morphing advance, you know. Just making sure your shield is charged back up. And make sure your kitty has the kitinator so you can do this. Yeah, no. And he's gonna do that, and you just take advantage. Yeah. See, nice and easy. You see, we didn't, you know, wasn't too much hassle, you know. Pretty much fun, really. Minus all the fun when you initially fought this monster, you know. Right, just get the charge blade and take advantage of all the magnificent guard points this monster has. It lets you practice on, you know, your timing and, you know, when to do certain actions. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yeah. And it's going to do it twice. And you can sit there if you want. Don't really have to do much. And there we go. Probably gone. There we go. Hey, so, you know, Magma Almudron's pretty much tailor-made for this weapon. You know. Take advantage of a lot of the guard points that it has. The counter peak performance can absorb those biggest attacks. So you can charge up your shield, charge up your files, charge up your sword, and you could just get tons of damage on it. This run wasn't, you know, the perfect run, obviously, because I'm just, you know, trying to demonstrate, you know, why I thought this monster was the best charge blade practice monster, you know. And I hope you found this useful, because it was a very easy fight. And, you know, if you do everything that I'll mention, minus, you know, the shenanigans that I, you know, did with the monster, you know, I could have been a little more proficient, but, you know, I'm just trying to show everyone, you know, what the charge blade can do and how you can practice on this monster with the charge blade if you want to hone your skills. And yeah, you see, it was just easy. We just countered, make sure that everything was charged, and picked it off little by little. It's pretty much what you're going to be doing with, you know, a lot of the monsters that you fight. You know, super amp discharge is the main attack that you want to get off to get the bulk of your damage. You can't do it with everything, so you have to pick your spots. But the Magma Almudron has a lot of spots you can pick to, you know, get your super amp discharge off, or regular amp discharge off. You know, for regular amp discharges, you know, you just hold down when you're going for you know, a discharge. That way, because super amp discharge leaves you open for a lot longer than a regular amp discharge, and you'll have to vary between the two, so you don't get punished by other monsters, because other monsters can punish you pretty severely. You can't just get as many super amp discharges off like you can with the Magma Almudron. But that's it from me. I hope you found this video useful for your future charge blade endeavors. Get used to using your guard points. Get used to using counter peak performance when you can. You know, most monsters do roar in the game. You can take advantage of that to get your files charged and get your shield charged right away. And the charge blade is fun, but it's very complex, It's a very advanced weapon. You can't just swing for the hills or you just get punished because it is slower. It's slower than a lot of weapons, but it can punish oh so good. It punishes oh so well. Like, this is a weapon that's great for, like, you know, group hunts, when you're hunting with multiplayer hunts and solo hunts. But you know, you got a bunch of charge blades just going off. Like, the monster's not gonna last that long. But let me know what you think in the comments. Jesus, I can't YouTube today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do the proper thing. Like, share, subscribe, and tune into the next video. Peace.